The 2019 Ford Escape S. Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas. In this video, we're going to go over the standard as well as optional equipment on the S trim of the 2019 Ford Escape. This is going to be a very thorough video. We like to call it our complete guide, going over all that equipment. So we'll cover everything on this: safety, performance about the engine, as well as all the equipment that is going to be standard. And then at the end, we'll have the optional equipment with prices. So if you're watching this on YouTube, we'll have timestamps down below so you can move around on the video if you want to recap some of this stuff. Plus, we'll also have the prices for this optional equipment. So let's go ahead and get started. First, I'm going to talk about safety. Okay, so talking about safety, first, of course, talk about the airbags that are in the vehicle. So very safe vehicle because it does have some great airbags. You have a dual stage airbag that deploys from the front of the vehicle for the driver and front passenger. So it's going to deploy a different size airbag. Depends on how close you are to the steering wheel. It does have a personal safety system, which includes some great technologies like a belt minder, as well as the sensor underneath the seat so it knows how close you are to the front of the vehicle. The driver's also going to get a knee airbag as well with that steering wheel there. You really want to make sure that deploys and protect that driver up there from any kind of front collision. You're also going to have the side impact airbag for the driver and front passenger. And that's going to deploy that airbag beside the seat if you have a side collision there. Safety canopy airbag, that's going to also deploy those airbags from the curtain up there or from the top of it and bringing it down. Does have your rollover sensor as well. So if you're going to roll over, it wants to deploy that down to protect it from those windows, those open windows there, or I should say the windows altogether with the glass and everything. Also, you're going to get advanced track with roll stability control. So it is going to really keep you on your intended path. It uses curve control to help with that as well. And its whole goal in that, it's going to use a series of brakes around the vehicle on the different wheels to keep you on your intended path. So if you go in the curve a little bit too fast, or maybe it's a slick driving road, it's going to help you stay going in the path that you wanted to be able to go in with your steering. So it's going to have that as well. You're going to have your EPAS, electronic power assist steering. What that's going to do is when you're driving a little bit slower, it's going to make it a little bit easier to turn the steering wheel into those parking spaces. But when you get up going a little bit faster, as the speed goes up, it's going to stiffen that steering up so that way that wind won't push you from side to side. Especially in Kansas, we get a lot of those side winds on the highways up here. So a real great system with everything that's on that. Also, it does have the SOS post-crash alert system. So it'll honk the horns, flash the lights if you're in an accident off the side of the road so people can help you. Also comes with 911 assist. So that way, if you have your Bluetooth enabled phone connected to the vehicle, it's going to call 911 directly instead of using like a third party like OnStar or something. So that way they can come to your safety even faster. For those here in the back, it does have the child safety lock on these outside back doors. So that way you can manually lock those out so they can't open the doors. And don't forget about your latch system that lower anchors and tethers for children so you can securely put those car seats back into the back of those seats. So some great safety features. We're seeing that about all the Ford vehicles, but I don't want to forget that because it's very valuable. You're driving this vehicle, you want to make sure your family is safe. Now, to talk about the front up here, first I want to talk about the engine. The standard engine, the only engine available on your S trim is the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine. That's your natural aspirated engine, also only available in front wheel drive. Now that engine is going to perform pretty well, 168 horsepower and 170 pound-feet of torque. So pretty comparable engine for your entry-level engine for the Escape. For fuel economy, you can expect about 21 miles per gallon in the city and about 29 miles per gallon on the highway. It also comes standard with your 6-speed automatic transmission with select shift. The select shift means that if you have it in that S, shifted down in that S mode, and that's your sport mode or select shift mode, you can use that plus and minus on the side of the shifter knob to be able to shift it up and down like a manual transmission. Comes in real handy, especially if you're going up those hills or coming out of the mountains and that kind of thing, and you want to downshift a little bit slower, you'll want to use the select shift for that. Also up here, you're going to have a couple ways to really help this engine perform a little bit better. You're going to have a transmission oil cooler, as well as you're going to have active grille shutters. And active grille shutters are just like it sounds. They are shutters on the front of the vehicle. They're going to open them up when you're going a little bit slower in town, allow for more airflow into the engine compartment and keeping it cool. And then it's going to, when you go a little bit faster, it's going to close them up, allow for more aerodynamic around the engine compartment. So real nice how all that technology goes together. Let's talk about the grille up here. What's really great about this S trim, it does have your molded in black here, but high gloss black finish there on those bars as well as on the surround. So it kind of gives you more of a sport look than it is just a plain base entry look to the grille. So like that. Body colored bumpers throughout here. You do have molded in down here in the lower part, as well as the molded in black front and rear skid plates. So that kind of protects it from different things under there. Your headlights, they kind of have a blacked out headlight assembly here for those. You're going to see some different appearances as you go up to different trims. It does have your automatic headlights, which means you have an auto setting. They'll come on automatically as it gets dark and shut off as it gets light out. And they are a halogen headlight as well. So you're going to have the halogen reflector lights there. So a real great look to the front of it up here. And your turn signal amber lights are down there as well, right below, with some molded in spots down in there as well. So pretty good equipment, and the look here on the front of the vehicle, it does not look like just a plain Escape. Now moving around to the side over here, the standard wheel on this is going to be a 17-inch steel wheel with the wheel cover. So 17 inches is a pretty good size. A lot of times you'll see 16 on a compact SUV. This one does have your 17s there. Here on the side, you're going to see chrome accent here on this fender badging on the side. So real nice, even on this one, you're going to have that chrome accent on that. Your mirror caps, see some molded in on this. Is your base model, so you'll see a lot of your molded in black coloring on a lot of the different spots as we talk about those. One of them is going to be on the mirror cap here. It does have a power mirror. Also, it does have the angled mirror, that integrated blind spot mirror is what they call that, so you can see the vehicles in your blind spot a little bit better with those angled corner mirrors there. You're molded in black here on your door handles. You will see that it's exposed for being able to get use the key to get in and out of it. It does have keyless entry though. You can lock and unlock it using the remote. That is going to be standard equipment on all of your Escapes with a red panic button there as well. On the lower rocker molding, you're going to see is that molded in black down there, and that really, instead of being painted down there, being black, because it sits a little bit higher, you're going to probably have a few more rocks and salt coming up on the side of the vehicle. You'd rather have it on that molded in that's going to be more durable, last a little bit longer than on the paint, chipping, and that kind of thing. Also your black beltline molding. As we go up in trims, you're going to see that change from chrome and even come back to a black on a sport package that is available as well. But this in here will be the molded in black right here. Now it's located on the other side right here, but on the passenger side is going to be the Easy Fuel capless filler door. So that is your fuel tank. No cap to worry about losing, leaving behind, getting your hands dirty. You just open that door up. Go ahead and put that fuel nozzle in there, go ahead and fill the vehicle up, and then shut it when you're done. So it's real great, you don't have to worry about it. There is going to be a little decal in there. It kind of shows you that if you do run it out of gas and you need to use a tank or something with some fuel that somebody comes and helps you with, you want to make sure you use the funnel, because that will not fit in there and activate it. So it's just dedicated that size to be able to use with that, so you can't use any other, so you'll need to use that funnel to fill it up. So you also notice on this there is tinted windows on this. That is actually not a part of the Escape S. It does not have any kind of privacy glass or anything like that. We went ahead and put window tint on this particular vehicle. Now as we move to the back, you're going to see kind of an integrated rear spoiler back here, rear defrost with rear wiper, and then the brake light is up there high above that windshield, or the back window I should say. Now here in the back you will have the halogen rear tail lights as well back here, and then you're going to have a rear view camera. So as you're backing up, you're going to be able to see behind you. So it's going to be standard equipment on all of your Escapes. And then down here you're going to see molded in black on the lower part of that bumper with the reflectors on the outside, and then down here in the middle is going to be the black rear skid plate. As we go up to different trims, that might change from black to different colors there, and this in here happens to be painted black back here. So let's go ahead and open this up. You can, of course, when you unlock it, then it unlocks the rear of the lift gate. You just press right under here, there's a little button, you just press it and then lift it up to open up the manual lift gate here. Now here inside, let's move these floor mats. It does have floor mats not only in the footwell for the front seat, but also the footwells in the back, and you don't always see that on your base trim. Inside, you're going to be carpeted on the floor, also carpeted on those seat backs, so that's going to help with noise reduction there. 60/40 split bench seat, so that rear seat can not only lay down, give you more storage room, but it also can recline back a little bit. So right now it's going more in the upright position, I'll give you a clip of it, one of them being tilted back so you can see how far back that will recline back for those passengers in the rear seat back there. In here you're going to see a couple different little compartments. You have a little one here on the left side, a little bit bigger, so you can put some different storage things in there, as well as you're going to see it does have a power point back here as well as a light, so that way you can see what's going on with that illuminated light back here. Underneath this floor is where you're going to see your spare tire. So it does have a mini spare tire in here, so you're going to have that even on this one. Also a little storage compartment for some of the smaller items in there, and in there you're going to see is where the funnel is, as well as part of the jack. Most of the jack's underneath there, but part of it is positioned in there as well. So nice having a little storage compartment in there, so kind of using that area to not only just put your spare tire in there, but also put kind of a cargo management system in there as well. So real nice equipment here on the back of the vehicle. Now moving to the interior, and here you're going to see the only color that is available with your S trim, and that's this charcoal black. So if you're wanting more the tan interior, you're going to have to go up to the SE to get that type of interior. So I'll go ahead and give you a close-up of the dash. Kind of probably saw that a little bit earlier when we were talking about the airbags. So it's going to have black throughout the vehicle, on your doors, the inserts as well, your armrest, the steering wheel. There is kind of a gray look to the on both sides of the center stack that kind of go across above the dash up there. And then you're going to see that same kind of gray color on the seat inserts as well. So cloth seating surfaces in here. So you do get front bucket seats up here for the driver and front passenger. Both those seats are going to be a manual adjustment. So you're going to have a position, a little slider or a grab right up here to be able to release that seat to move it forward and back. And then you're going to also have a height adjustment for the driver over here that allows the seat to go up and down, as you can see here. And then also a switch over here for your manual backrest. So that's how the adjustments are going to work for the driver and front passenger up here. Back seats 3 back there. I already talked about the 60-40 split bench seat and laying that seat down. Also, you're going to see back here behind the console, you're going to see a little compartment to put some smaller items in, as well as a power point back there too. You're going to have vents underneath those seats for heat and AC as well, to keep those in the back seat cool and warm in the wintertime. Now here on the door, you're going to have your power windows, locks, mirror switches, including auto one touch for those front windows there. And then your mirror settings are right there as well. The steering wheel here is a manual tilt and telescoping steering wheel. So just pull this lever right under the bottom. It's going to go up and down, forward and back, so you can get it just right. If you're a taller driver and you want that steering wheel brought to you, you can do that. If maybe if you're shorter, you don't want it too close, so you can push it back if you need to be closer because of the pedals there. Here on the left side of the steering wheel, you're going to see the cruise control. So standard equipment on these are going to be the cruise, power windows and locks, and all those other features. And then you're going to see 2 D-pads. The one on the left will control your productivity screen in between your speedometer and your tach there. So I'll give you kind of a clip of what that looks like, so you can adjust your displays, your settings in through there as well. Daytime running lights is actually going to be standard equipment I mentioned earlier, but you can set, you'll want to use those buttons to control that as well. And then the D-pad on the right side is going to control your Bluetooth technology. So when you can connect your phone up to that sync technology, so you can make and receive phone calls using those buttons, as well as your voice commands, and then your audio controls as well. Your volume controls can be adjusted right there at your fingertips. You don't have to take them off the steering wheel. For your climate control, it does have electronic single zone manual climate control here, so you can adjust that real nice and easy to be able to see those buttons there. They're going to light up when you use those different adjustments there. For your audio controls, AM, FM, MP3 capabilities as well for this. No CD player on this S trim of standard equipment. So real nice to be able to use all that. And then the screen up there, your 4.2-inch screen, is where we're going to see your backup camera kind of view, as well as those audio controls. When you change those right here, you're going to see those. And it's kind of positioned pretty well. It's going to be right below the windshield there, a little bit higher than being down here on the middle of the dash here. And then up here on the mirror, it is a day-night mirror, so you can manually adjust it. So if this car's going to come up behind you with those bright lights, you can just flip that down, so that way it's not going to blind you so much. The overhead console up here does have a sunglass bin, so you can open that up, put sunglasses in there. It's really made for sunglasses, but you probably could put some small items in there as well if you wanted to. And then your lights and switches are up there for your interior lights. Now let's talk about the console area here. You do have a media hub, is what we'd like to call it, down in here, and this is where you're going to see one power point down here, as well as one USB port. So that USB port allows you to plug your phone in. So if you want to play even audio on your phone, you can play it through the USB plug in there as well as through Bluetooth. So you can Bluetooth your phone and use audio from that way. You can set that up through that this setting screen we talked about. Little compartment right in here. A lot of people like to put coins, the smaller items like that, in that little hole, or cubby hole you might call it. Your 2 cup holders behind that, and then there's also a bigger compartment back in here. Some people like to put their cell phone there, or sometimes they'll put it there, whatever is more comfortable, or what you want to, I might put in there, maybe a wallet, your keys, that kind of thing right there. And then console. It is a padded console here for the kind of an armrest for those and the driver and front passenger. It does have 2 buttons here to open this up. The one on the right, if I press it, it's going to open up and give you this shallow tray. You can sit smaller items in there, maybe a wallet, maybe some coins, whatever you want to put in there, a slot for a pen, that kind of thing. And then if you press the left button instead, what it's going to do is it's going to hold that tray up against the top of that lid and give you the bigger compartment down there, which you're going to also find another USB port in there, another power point. So there's 4 power points and 1 USB on your S trim, and there's slots here for cords to come through. So if you want to plug in that phone in there with a PowerPoint plug-in, you can do that and bring those cords out, so that way they won't get pinched and still have that armrest closed here. So again, so far everything I've talked about is going to be standard equipment on your S trim. Let's talk about a few optional equipment as well. Now we're going to talk about standalone options, and for your S trim there are a few standalone options you can get on this, and one of them is the upgraded wheel. So you can get a 17-inch sparkle silver painted aluminum wheel. So you do have an option for an alloy wheel on your S trim. Also, you can get an engine block heater. Engine block heater comes in real handy, especially if in a state where it's cold weather a lot and you leave your vehicle outside. A lot of people like to plug in their vehicle so it starts up a little bit better in the morning. So those are 2 standalone options that are factory invoiced, they have to be ordered through the factory. Now the rest of these we're going to talk about are actually accessories that you can either factory invoice them, they'll be shipped to a dealership ahead of time, they'll put them on, they're called dealer installed, or you can even order them afterwards from your Ford accessories department at your local Ford dealership. First one I want to talk about is your wheel locking kit. So wheel locking lug nuts, you're going to have 4, of course, that are going to replace one of the ones on there. And especially if you get the alloy wheels, and if you want to be able to protect those, you can put those on there. We don't see that ordered a lot on most of your S trim models. We see that more on your maybe titanium wheel and that kind of thing, but it is available for you. Also, you can get your splash guards or mud flaps, some people like to call them, and they're going to kind of protect, especially if you know you're going to drive the vehicle on the dirt roads a lot or in the mud a lot. Those are going to be real handy, because then that way you don't have those rocks getting kicked up on the side of the vehicle as much. Kind of keeps them down onto the road that way. Also, you can get remote start. Remote start is something that can be ordered on your vehicle again afterwards if you want to. It'll be another little remote that would be go on your keychain, and that way you can remote start the vehicle. Now, keep in mind on the remote start, that's a factory aftermarket remote start. So even though it's a Ford accessories brand, when you do remote start it, it will start the vehicle up, but it's going to keep the temperature control whatever it was when you left the vehicle. So keep that in mind when you order that as well for your vehicle. Also in the back there's a couple different accessories that can be added. One of those is a cargo cover. So you have an interior cargo cover, and that's a retractable cover that can go in there. You pull that back so that way people can't see the different belongings you have back there, so it kind of covers up that cargo area. And again, not only is it retractable, but you can put it in and out, so you don't have to have it in the vehicle all the time. Also, you can get a cargo mat back there. So a cargo mat is kind of an all-weather mat that protects the cargo area from spills, that kind of thing. If you know you're going to be, putting a lot of dirt back in there, it's a lot easier to pull that mat out, clean it, than it is to try to clean the carpet when you get stains in it. Also, you can do the same thing for your footwells inside. So you can also get all-weather mats as well. Floor liners is what Ford likes to call them on theirs. So it's going to be in the footwells, not only the front ones, but also the back ones back there. You'll still get your carpeted mats as well, but they'll also throw in the all-weather mats with the vehicle. So that's something you could always switch them back and forth from wintertime to summertime if you want to, so you'd have both sets there. But those are your factory aftermarket accessories, as well as the factory options you can get on your S trim. Now let's finish this video off by talking about the warranties. Of course, your factory warranty is a 3-year, 36,000 mile bumper-to-bumper warranty with the 5-year, 60,000 mile powertrain warranty and 5-year, 60,000 mile roadside assistance. So pretty standard warranties you're seeing on about all your Ford vehicles. They're going to be on your Escapes as well. If you'd like to see some of our inventory at our website, you can go to lawmcarthur.com. There in each one of our vehicles, you can check for availability, schedule a test drive, you can see pictures, as well as a VR experience, kind of an outside as well as an inside perspective. We call it our spins, and so that you can see each one of our vehicles, even all of our new vehicles, you can see on the actual vehicle and inside as well as an outside perspective of each one of those. So check that out on our website. You can also get a great internet pricing right there on our website. If you want to, that is all the incentives and the prices there are based on our rebates for our zip code. So you definitely want to give us a call if you want to check rebates on yours. You can call us on 785-378-5031. You can call or text that number, as well as you can call us toll free at 1-800-874-6316. So I really hope you enjoyed this video on the S trim of the 2019 Ford Escape. Now, if you're watching this video on YouTube, we realize you may not live close to us. A lot of people that watch these videos are all over the country. So we have a special offer for you. We've had a lot of people ask us, boy, I wish I could buy from you guys because you guys seem to know your product real well and very personal and just want to bring that knowledge out to us. So we've offered this up to those customers as well as to yourself. And if you'd like to get a vehicle from us, don't hesitate. We will do free shipping on any one of our vehicles to your door. We do ask you to live within 48 states here outside of Alaska and Hawaii in the U.S. And we do ask you to finance it with us. And the reason we say that is because the shipping isn't going to be free for us. It will cost us money, but we don't want to incur that onto you. By buying the vehicle through one of our lenders, we get a kickback from the lenders that will cover most of that cost. Since we are in Kansas, we're able to ship to about any coast for less than about $1,000, and usually we won't get all that cost back, but it's a great way for us to really help out. It's just an extra vehicles for us as well. So very transparent about that. If you want, that's something you want to look at doing, you can have the vehicle shipped right to your door, so you can buy a good vehicle from a dealership that knows their product and make sure you get the correct vehicle ordered the way you want it right to your door. So great way to buy a vehicle now. You can shop online as well as do financing over the internet or even by FedEx, and then have the vehicle shipped right to your door. So great way. So definitely reach out to us. You can call or send us a text message at 785-378-5031 or toll free 1-800-874-6316. Thanks for watching this video. If this is the first time watching one of our videos here on YouTube, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button down there. We have some great Ford and Lincoln content that I know you'll really like. In fact, check out our playlist that we have. I think you'll get a lot out of it. We have a lot of product knowledge videos like this there on our YouTube channel. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way you get notified the next time we have another video uploaded to our YouTube channel. And I guarantee you're going to have some videos you're going to want to look at, especially if you like the Ford lineups and you want to see more in this series. Definitely check out all the Escape series. We have all of them now. This is the last one we were doing, and we have a complete overview on each one of the trims for the 2019 Ford Escape. So definitely check those out. If you like this video, go ahead and smash that like button. Lets other people know it's a great video they need to watch. I'd really appreciate it. Helps out the video as well as our channel. And so if you want to do that, I'd really appreciate that. And also leave some comments down below too. That not only helps out the video, but I like getting that feedback. So we've changed a lot of what we do in some of our videos based on some of the viewer comments down below. And I've had a lot of them say that they really appreciate that we listen to them. So I do read all those comments, respond to any questions as well that you might have down there. So definitely leave those down below. Communicate with me. Love getting the viewer feedback on those comments. Also, if you want to, you can reach out to me, follow me on Facebook or Twitter. I'm at Tim Bartz on those different media channels. Definitely reach out to me, follow me. I'll usually follow you back as well. And I love getting that feedback from you. As well as every time we have another video that's uploaded to our YouTube channel, I also tweet it out on Twitter. So that way you don't have to, if you don't want to do the notifications and being notified on YouTube, you can at least check out Twitter. Definitely make sure on that one as well that you set up your notifications to get all my tweets too. So plus you're going to see some other cool tweets as well that I do. So hopefully you really enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it for you. It's my job to kind of give you all the information so you can make an informed decision. Hopefully this video has done that for you. So until the next video, we'll see you later.